dietitian. Today I am going to be making an Instant Pot Cashew Chicken. It has a few steps, but it actually comes together pretty quickly and has some simple ingredients that are healthy. It includes some vegetables and protein. So let's get started on our meal today. So our first step involves making the sauce for the cashew chicken. So it includes a half cup of soy sauce. It has a quarter cup of pure maple syrup. And as you notice, all of these are real ingredients, which I really like. They're low processed. It is two teaspoons of rice wine vinegar, and that's white rice wine vinegar. And 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And then 2 teaspoons of minced ginger. Now, I often will buy ginger and then I don't use the whole root. So I found this great product that has and you freeze it. So it's frozen little diced gingers, and you can just use what you need and pop the rest back in the freezer. So I honestly don't remember where I bought it, but I will try and figure that out. And if you can find it in your local grocery store, it's great to have around, especially if you regularly use ginger, but maybe don't want, don't always use the full root. And it looks like we got 3 teaspoons, but that's okay. It'll be just a little more gingery. Okay, so that is the sauce for the cashew chicken. And I'm just gonna whisk it up really good. I just have to break up those little frozen pieces. All right, our sauce is all ready to go, but we are actually going to set this aside and get our chicken started. The next step is to cut up 1.5 pounds, which I weighed and it ended up being exactly 1.5 pounds for these 2 chicken breasts. So we're gonna cut those up into approximately 1-inch size chunks. Going to go wash my hands since I have been working with chicken. All right, our chicken is ready to go. So our next step involves the Instant Pot. So what we're actually going to do is take our top off and we are going to hit the saute button. And it's just gonna give a time. We're gonna ignore that for right now. We're gonna add in 2 tablespoons, I'm gonna swirl it around, of extra virgin olive oil, and then we are going to add our chicken in. And this is really cool because it gets really hot really fast. And ooh, some flying chicken. Okay, so this is gonna start cooking really fast and we're gonna stir it. We're only going to keep it in here about 2 minutes. So let me get this out of the way. All right, and then we're gonna zoom in and see what this looks like. Okay, so now you see it's cooking up pretty quickly. And I just take a pair of tongs, you can use a fork if you don't have tongs, and just kind of flip them around, try and get each side cooked a little bit here. And this step is not going to cook the chicken through completely. So we're still gonna be a little bit raw in the middle, but when we do the pressure cook for a couple minutes in the next step, that's when the chicken will cook thoroughly. So about 2 minutes, we're gonna let this cook, and then we'll go on to our next step. So you can see the cooking process is very quick with the Instant Pot. Okay, we're laughing over here because this moves really quickly, so we're trying to film and switch camera angles. Okay, so I am going to shut this off. I'm going to hit the cancel button because it has cooked up enough for our next step. Okay, so we are going to now add the stir fry sauce that we made earlier. We're probably gonna get a little bit of steam here, so don't mind that. Okay, not too bad. Okay, that cooled it off a little bit here. All right, so I am just going to evenly distribute the stir fry sauce. And then I am going to put the top on the Instant Pot. So we seal it. And then I'm going to push the seal in the back here towards the back so that it's sealing, because we want to do a pressure cook now. So I'm going to hit manual. It's on high. We're going to go down here to 4 minutes and let it come up to pressure and cook for 4 minutes. So while that's cooking, we're going to move back to our veggies and get those ready. And that's why I love this, because I can throw it together really fast on a weeknight and not have to wait in between steps. So let me grab a knife and I'll get those up. Here we go. And I'm going to get these veggies chopped up. The broccoli just needs to be cut into little, approximately, I'd say 1-inch florets. So we'll get that done real quickly. And what I'll do is I'll actually save the rest of this broccoli for like a soup or something else later. So we actually just have a little spot in our freezer where we put all our extra frozen veggies to be used for later, so we don't waste it. And I just want to add that I cut up, it was about 2 heads of broccoli. One was a little bit smaller. It should be about 5 cups, give or take. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now I am cutting up 2 bell peppers. You could do 2 red bell peppers. I happen to do an orange and a red because I like the different colors. And then I'm just chopping them up. They don't have to be too small, but you want them to cook up fairly quickly. So, and we can just mix those right in with the broccoli. Fine. Okay, our vegetables are ready. So they are ready to go. So once this wraps up in 3 minutes, we will get those guys in here. Also, while the chicken is cooking, I am going to quickly make a thickener. So this is just, is it 2 tablespoons? And I will put the recipe up here. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup of water. So that's just our little slurry, our thickener. So we'll just whisk that up and have that ready to go for our next step here. Okay, so our timer just went off and we are going to quick release. So that means we're going to quickly release the steam and the pressure out of our pressure cooker to kind of halt the pressure cooking. So let that do its thing. And then once all the steam releases, we'll be able to open the top. So we can't open the top until that steam releases, until the pressure has come down enough. And then after that, we're going to add our cashews. It's 1 cup of cashews. Ideally raw cashews. I happen to have just a large thing from Costco of salted cashews, so I am going to use salted. So it will be a little bit saltier, but I like to use a lower sodium soy sauce. So by using a lower sodium soy sauce and raw cashews, that cuts back on the sodium pretty significantly. But again, trying to limit the trips to the store, so I'm just going to use these that I had on hand. Okay, so we're really close here. So it'll be a cup of cashews, all those nice veggies that we chopped up, and then our thickener. So I'll start with the cashews and the veggies, and then I'll get that thickener in there, and we're going to saute it for about 2 or 3 minutes. So I just heard it release. So now I'll be able to open it. I like to open it away from myself to keep the steam away. All right, so that's looking good and smelling good. We're gonna get our cashews in. We're gonna get our veggies in. And then our thickener. Give it a quick little stir since it's settled a little bit. I'm gonna pour that across. Okay, and now we're going to use that saute function again. So we're gonna hit it right here. Nope, gonna cancel first and then hit saute. Okay, so I'm going to just stir that all around and really just evenly distribute our sauce and get it looking really good. All right, so now you can see those beautiful veggies in there. We are going to saute for about 2 to 3 minutes now. And I just want to stir pretty regularly to make sure to get that sauce distributed evenly. But we've already got some great colors going here. So we'll wait 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're going to cover it up again and let it steam those veggies a little bit more. It will be off at that point, but there will still be some heat in there that'll cook them a little bit further. All right, it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. We've got some nice sauteing happening, and now I'm actually going to shut the Instant Pot off. So I'm gonna hit cancel, and then, as I said, I'm going to cover it up and just trap in some of that steam. And I'm not turning it on, but there's plenty of heat in there to help cook those veggies a little bit further. And then we will check on it, and if the veggies seem like they're done, then we're good to go. If not, then we will close it up and cook it for another minute or 2. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, so we're going to open our Instant Pot back up again, and this is looking lovely. So I'm gonna give it a quick stir, and then I am just going to use a fork to feel if these are done enough. And they feel like they could use a few more minutes, and I'm feeling the smaller ones feel like they're pretty good to go. Some of the larger ones need a couple more minutes. So we'll close them back up, and then I will come back and we will see our finished product. All right, we have finished up our cooking, and now we have our lovely bowl of Instant Pot Cashew Chicken with lots of fresh veggies, lean protein, and healthy fats and protein from the nuts. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I just want to point out, I'm serving this with some quinoa, which is cooking now. You could serve it with brown rice. If you wanted to be even lower carb, you could serve it with some cauliflower rice, whatever you prefer. But I would love for you to watch more of my videos, and thank you for watching today. And let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you try it and enjoy the dish. And let me know what kind of videos you'd like me to make. I know there was some demand for more Instant Pot videos, so we did that. But anyway, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I produce a new video. And thank you so much for watching today.